What's happening?
Not much.
How you
Fucking,
doing?
I
What, do you
the worst Jewish thing happened to me today.
what happened?
I was depositing a check and the ATM ate it and like it disappeared. So like I had to go into the bank and call the bank, and now it's just a hope that it's in the ATM somewhere.
Who gave you the check?
A comedy club.
All right, then tell them to replace it.
If it was like $300.
Still, 300 is 300. You're Jewish. We want our paper. You know what I'm saying? I can see you lit a little light tonight for your 300 there.
What do you mean?
That little Hamas light in the back.
Oh,
You got your little Hamas light. You're like trying to live like them in a little tent.
oh, I asked Joe. He said it looked good. It added to the background. I don't know. Do you not like it?
No, don't. I love everything you do. I'm just saying
No.
that. I don't know if you had a candle lit for.
I do for the $300. It's fucked up.
Yeah, for the 300, for the small 300.
Oh, it sucks. It sucks when they fuck with your money.
It really does. And it's you've never been broke. That's when they really torment you. That's when they really fuck with you.
Now I'm remembering you used to get pissed when you get paid by check.
Yeah, because then I got to deposit it and wait, and they only want to give you $10 out of the 500. Just give me the money. I don't have time for this shit. You're adding an extra 2 hours to the fucking gig. And for me, it was like a check to hand for the first, So I didn't have time to do all this dumb shit. You got to pay me cash.
Did you tell clubs that?
Yeah, they knew. They knew when I took the draw. I'll just draw you to death until there's nothing left. Then you got no choice. What cash?
Oh my! So you would, and what would they say? I can't imagine going to a manager and I'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna need that in cash."
Every week I had the same story.
What's that?
I'm not gonna believe this. Fucking lost my ATM card on the plane. God damn it! What the fuck am I gonna do? And they go, "Okay, what do you need?" Every week I lost my ATM card. I didn't even have an ATM card. Didn't even have an ATM card. And I would tell the club manager, "Man, I lost my ATM card."
And they would just give you cash. Jesus Christ.
So let's say they give me 400 for the week. I'd take 100 Thursday, 100 Friday, and 100 late Friday night because I had to go shopping on Saturday. That meant that's code for my Coke dealers here.
Shopping, or and then you would have like $100 left.
And then he would just go, "What am I going to give you a check for? I'll just give you the last and 100."
Could you do it more than once at a club? Like if you went back?
Oh, I went to. I was in a club in Canada one night in Toronto. This had to be 97, 96. And I go to the 97, 98. And I go to the club. It's called Hollywood something on the main street there in Toronto. I told you, and I don't know what I was getting. I wasn't getting any money. I was getting like 600 for the week. And I had to do 12 shows and live at the guy's house who drove the strip hookers around at night and shit. He would wake me up like at 6. I got one that's got a discount. You want it? Not really. It's only like a thing a comic that could understand. Like,
right. But you loved it.
It was day to day. It was a day to day life, which I'm the king of. A lot of people can't live like that. Just day to day life. And I remember I got there on a Tuesday night. I asked them for 100. I went to the strip club. I blew it in 5 minutes. I came back and asked them for 4.
400?
Yeah.
You were going to be like negative? Like you were on the first day? You're earning $100 a day.
I only had 100 left. But I was there for 2 weeks, so it was really 1,200. So I just had to pace myself 2 of the days.
But you don't seem like a pace yourself kind of guy.
You got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you got to eat the free burger at the club. You got to sacrifice a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I'm very grateful that I don't have to, at least now, live like that. We'll see what happens. We'll see if in a couple of years it comes to that. But that's a level. I'm glad I don't have to deal with.
Because you'd be surprised how many comics do it in the beginning. Like they just
There's a lot.
There's a lot of comics. Listen, man, a lot of young comics. In the beginning, I was going through other things, not addiction or anything. I was going through a divorce. And it's sad because I always made a little bit of money. You know, I didn't make a ton of money. I didn't have a Maserati, but I was always one of those guys that could squeeze something out every 3 weeks to get ahead, you know, 2,000 selling a car or something. And fucking comedy, like just, I didn't know. I never cared about anything when I was doing comedy the first 4 or 5 years. I just didn't care. Like, I don't have to worry about Discover Bill. Like, if I send it, I send it. If I don't, what do you want me to do? I'm trying to be a fucking renegade here. I'm trying to be a, you know, when you get into comedy, you're going against the tide of life. You don't believe in traditional type shit. If not, you would become traditional. You would go to college and join a frat and fucking drink beer and then graduate and get a regular fucking job. You went to college and then had to tell your parents you wanted to become a fucking comedian. You know, and you know, these are the things. People, some parents go, fuck you, you could do it, but you're cut off. Okay, I'll fucking do it. You know, it's different situations. But like I told you a long time ago, nobody drives up to an open mic with a Maserati.
No, and if they do, they're not staying there for a while.
No, you know, so it went on for years with me, man. You know, like feature acting. That's why I worked all the time. I needed that flux of income.
Yeah, I can't, like, I'm just like, I'm getting 100 a show, and I'm very grateful for it. If usually, like, if I've worked for some cool people, and they will give you a little bit of extra sometimes, and that's awesome. But it's just, I'm at a point where if I'm breaking even, it's like, this is a great week. Like, it's, and I don't even, it's, I've just been lucky that I haven't, like, there's a comic I opened who did a show with me, or 2 shows with me in Minnesota. I think his name is Aiden. He's been opening up for Dan Soder, but he lives in he like rented a closet at a point. Like I did. It's, I wish
you figure it out. And it's sad that it comes, like I was living in a great little apartment in Boulder. It was my little Rocky apartment. And next thing you know, I was in a car. And it was fun. It was lonely. It was interesting. You learn about all these things because you're depending on yourself for everything as a comic. And then I worked with comics that had families, you know, and they would tell me how they had 2 more weeks on the road. And I would go, thank God I don't have a family, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to leave kids and a wife for 3 fucking weeks and these guys weren't big time headliners. They were basically making the minimum, the national minimum, you know. And it's still better than a regular job, but after you add hotels and meals and, you know, and a lot of comics, listen, man, I worked with comics that all they did was triple runs.
Okay.
That was their comedy career.
And what do those pay?
At that time, I don't know what they do now. I don't even think he's still around.
He's not.
It was like 175, no, 150 and 75 for the feature.
And how many shows would you do in a run?
4 or 5, and you picked up half your pay.
Oh no! So you're making like $600, $700 as a headliner.
Yeah, and if you're a feature act, and he's paying you $75, he's really paying you $50, and he's going to mail you a check for $25. So when you get home, you have a check for like $180 or something like that.
Well, who would cover gas on those?
I would.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because but gas was fucking $2. For $2,
okay.
I also got myself a Datsun. I had, 38 miles to the gallon. I knew that for the life I needed, there was no way you were going to get a big car. That got to cut all costs, everything, to live that nomad life. And I had a fucking Datsun with 100 and something thousand miles that you couldn't break it. And, who the fuck knows, Lee? It was a different, I'm 61. I was 31 years old, maybe. 30, 32, 33 when that was going on. And I had nothing going on. No family, no nothing. What a better way to look at the country.
Oh, I know. And a great way to become a comic if you are just out.
You know, having a family as a comic could be, and listen, you could be a comic with under any situation if you're cut out for it and if you're willing to put the work in. But it's a little tougher with a family. It got so tough, it got old for me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it anymore.
What part, being away?
Yeah. Yeah, being away. Even till now, I go down to Austin Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because there's no way I'm sitting in a hotel Saturday day.
Oh, okay.
That's never happening again.
Interesting.
There's no way. I've spent enough Saturdays in the hotel room.
So that way you're doing it when she's at school anyways, and then you'll be home for the games.
I'm home for life on the weekends. I already sacrificed. I've been sacrificing my weekends since 1978 for drugs, swimming. It's time to get this kick back, Jack. Let's get this party started, motherfucker. It's a beautiful motherfucking Tuesday. What up, dog?
It's good to see you, dude. I'm doing great. It is a little cold though, but it was nice today. It was like 75 today. It was fucking awesome.
It was very nice. You just came back from Austin. Everything was sweating.
Oh my God, dude. People asked me if I was okay like multiple times. It was like 90 plus degrees and like hot and humid. And like I would just go for a walk. Like it was really one day. Like Saturday, it was like fucking hot and I had to go buy shirts. And it was just like some guy was like, "Do you need water?" I was like, "No, I'm okay." I was just fucking
Fuck.
Oh my God, I don't know how people, but Austin was great. I've been on a few times and I've always had fun, but that was the best time.
How were the tacos?
Very good. Very good. I took them back to the hotel, but one of the guys from the club was there and he told me, "Did you make it with like cheese? Does he put cheese down, like crisp it up for you?"
Me?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
One of the guys, and I'm sorry, your name's escaping me right now, but one of the guys from the club was at the cart when I went up, and he's like, "Have him put cheese on the grill or thing first, and then put the taco down, and there's like a crispy cheese thing on it." Oh my God.
I've seen that done, but not there. I'll ask when I'm there this week. You know what I'm saying?
It was great. It was a great time. Thank you. You and Theo and Joe invited me to go just see the mothership, which was awesome. It was really cool. It felt like the store when we were there, just like the energy there. I haven't been back to the store, but it was just exciting. I got to see a bunch of people who like Derek and Hassan, who were door guys and like young comics at the store. And then I was so excited. I got to see Ron White. I've never seen him perform. And I got to see him. And it was just crazy as a comic to see like his entire 15 minutes just wove together. And he had callbacks throughout, jokes from back to the first joke. And I don't think I pissed him off, but I said in the green room, I was like, "That was amazing. Like, it just looked so effortless." He's like, "Well, I've been doing it 30 something years. It's not really effort." Like, well, it took some effort. I was like, I wasn't like, but like, obviously it took work, but it was just, it flowed so smoothly that it was amazing to see.
He's a master.
Yeah.
And I told you, a long time ago that one of the best things I did for my career and for me was to go to the Improv on Thursday nights, just to watch a headliner. I wouldn't even say hello. Just sit in the corner. Sometimes you got to watch a show. Sometimes you got to go outside of the realm and go pay for a ticket at this level. Anybody, and just sit in the back. You don't need to go to the green room. You don't need to hang out. You don't need to play checkers.
No.
It's really amazing what you learn. And in your mind, force yourself to be an audience member. Force yourself. So now you're learning.
It was a huge learning lesson, like in that main room show.
I still remember being like a bona fide open micer and taking a bus to the Comedy Works on Friday to watch different headliners. And I would leave there in awe. And every week I would say, I'm just going to go rob somebody because I'll never get that good. You know, in your mind,
Right.
right? You see it, you fold. And you go, I'll never get that good. You know,
Right.
I got problems. I got a fungi toenail. I got a girlfriend that won't like me. I got credit issues. You know, fucking, you know,
The taxes.
I got tax. You make up all these excuses for yourself, but then you go, you know what? I'm gonna try my best. And it's really crazy when you see that. I was thinking, I paid to see Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay.
I went with another comic, open mic girl, and she drove and went to see. And it was like seeing a guy from TV in front of you that you've also seen on, you know, the Young Comedian special with Rodney Dangerfield. It was pretty impressive for me, you know, at the time. And I saw what it took, kind of, sort of. Like the whole thing took me, I forgot where I saw him, somewhere in Denver, maybe a small theater, 3,000 people or something. But I remember feeling like, wow, this is real. I'll never get to this level, but it's pretty nice to come and watch from time to time.
Oh, it's the best.
At that time, my life was like, I could have been in prison tomorrow. I could have been in fucking Miami moving a kilo. It was so on whatever that I never saw myself like that. But
So
just know that that was there.
at that point, were you like calling yourself a comic? Were you thinking you're going to be a comedian, or you were just loving it and were going to see it?
This was probably the summer of '92, and I was probably doing comedy maybe 16 months.
And at that point, you're like, I'm going to be a comic.
Yeah, but I didn't know where to start. Like I had already taken the stand-up class. I had already won a contest, and I was already the house MC, which is pretty fucking good for your first.
Sounds like you knew where to go.
But I didn't have the balls to drive to Denver to get in the mix.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not ashamed to say that by any means. So I would do little gigs in Boulder. And if somebody had a gig for me, you know, close by, every time I went to Denver, I felt like somebody going to New York City. Yeah, come down and do a set, Lee. And you get there and it's like, you get there at 9 and they're like, your set's at 1:15 in the morning. And you're like, you're my friend. Why would you put me at 1:15? You know, but that's the racket.
Yeah.
Well, how many nights I went to this one place and he would put me up last. And I didn't have the chops to fucking pull it off last. And this is after 3 or 4 headliners. You know, this fucking guy would put me up last. There's just people who are miserable fucks, you know? So it wasn't until I came to New York in '93, and then I went back to Denver. And I went to Denver this time. I played in the big boy league. I said enough of it. That's the other decision I made at that time.
Which was what?
The big boy league, I'm going down to the Comedy Works. I'm going to show them who the fuck I am on Tuesday nights. And I had goals. I was going to get into the Comedy Works. I was going to get on the open mic. And then after a few weeks, I was going to start to get star spots. And after a couple of those, they make you a regular. So that's exactly what I did.
How long did that take?
90 days.
To become a regular?
Yeah, but you did a lot of free spots, star spots, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. That's like me driving 45 minutes there and 45 minutes back.
Yeah, but that's still kind of quick to get past at a major club.
But
that's awesome.
Let me see. I started really getting involved there in '94, right? And then they had a contest. Do you remember me telling you this? They had a contest, and I really did well. Like everybody was like, "Joey's going to win this," and I won. But another kid was clean, and he won. But then the comics called the next day and said he stole a bunch of Seinfeld jokes.
I do remember that.
So now the lady who ran the contest felt bad. So she's like, come on down. And, I know the powers that be were kind of holding you back because of what you are and who you are. But come on. So now she started giving me star spots. So I'm lying to you. I was probably doing star spots for 6 months, maybe.
Okay.
Like
Still, that's quick.
one a week, 2 a week, Wednesday and Thursday. And then you graduate to Friday early, then Saturday, then Sunday.
It'd be fun if there were more clubs like that around the country.
Well, at the time, Comedy Works Denver was very smart. I got to hand it to Wendy. If there's a job I want to do, listen, I'm watching the trend of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And the trend of comedy is we're top heavy and we're bottom heavy. Top heavy is we got a lot of headliners.
Okay.
And we're bottom heavy. We got a lot of people getting into the business, and you have that gray area, which is feature, co-headline, co-MC, all those type of positions, right?
Right.
These kids are running around, like, going to open mics and at times, and ask me if I'm lying, it feels like a dead end street. The life of open micer feels like a dead end street. It feels like you're on an amusement fucking ride and you just got to get off, but you don't know how to get off. It's like getting to LA years later and trying to get an agent. And they're like, hey man, listen, go book some projects and come back. You have a resume. And you're like, yeah.
That's what I'm coming to you for.
What the fuck? That's why I'm here. So this whole life is a catch fucking 22, So, but they did something that I really appreciate and that I thought of till today. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it changed who I was at that process. It took me off a certain road and it put me on, it enlightened me to a bigger road.
Okay.
That existed. When I got back to Denver in 94, winter of 93, early 94, something had changed at the Comedy Works. Wendy, the genius that she fucking is, hired Matt Woods. There's two Matts, and that's why I get confused. There's Matt Berry,
okay,
and Matt Woods. Matt Berry ended up becoming a successful TV writer, fucking off the chains comics from Denver. And Matt Woods was one of the writers for Roseanne early on.
Wow.
They all came out of Denver. But Matt was a very great guy. And Matt was in charge of Tuesday nights before the open mic. The open mic started at 8. At 6, you met Matt. And you went over the material you were going to go on stage that night. There was only 8 comics a week, so he had time. You had time to talk to him.
And this was like the 8 comics who were going to be on the open mic that week.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he talked to them. And as he saw them progress, he'd drop a dime for them. Lee, call this guy in South Jersey. Tell him you want to come down for a week, and he'll know when you call him. It's not big money, but I got work for you. And I could do Matt's class in the summer, but I couldn't do Matt's in the winter. So Matt felt, because I did the sports betting.
Yeah.
And I would get out of there at 6. By the time I got to Denver, it would be 7:30. I couldn't get the Matts. And so Matt felt a little like, what the fuck? You're throwing me to the wolves. That's why he got in my face the one night and said I could be a fucking superstar. And if I just did things right, he goes, you're showing up with a fucking white T-shirt with fucking burn marks in it, and you're killing. He got, what are you, crazy? He goes, right. You gotta polish your shoes, and you gotta take this more serious. You gotta show up to the writing workshop. That's what they call them, writing workshop. So those 8 comics got to prepare their open mic with a professional who had been on the road, who had fucking hung out with Roseanne all those years. And he's one of the many great writers from Denver. The Denver comedy scene has a ton of fucking great comedy writers. They still write for people, you know? So that really helped me.
Now you got, I'm not gonna say you got lucky. Like it sounds like he was a great comic, but my question for like these other classes is like, if I was a new comic looking to take a class, would you trust a comic who's teaching it? Like, are you gonna get bad
I'm not
advice?
I'm not gonna fucking first of all, you have to get into that rotation at the Comedy Works, and that's tough enough. You're just not showing up to the Comedy Works at that time with a fucking flute and saying, I want to do your open mic.
Oh no, yeah, it sounds like it was booked, which is
It
great.
was like 10 people at like 3 minutes. And out of those 10 people, she'd tell like 2 to come back. It was like it was like any other play. And then after you got, so she had already had an open mic scene in there. What I
That's
mean
awesome.
by open mic scene was a lower end and guys doing star spots.
It's just cool to have a like, because that's when you were saying like what it feels like to be a feature and stuff, and an open micer. There's no, I'm lucky to have you and everyone because I can that you guys give me a path a little bit. As an open micer, it feels like I'm standing somewhere and there's a million paths, and there's almost no way to really know how to do it. But those clubs like that have those, like you get past, it's really cool.
Yes, and everybody has everybody has local clubs that headliners coming on the weekends. Some of them are regular general headliners, and some of them are Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura, and but not a lot of clubs could afford that every week, that action. So they have different types of liners. But back to what we were talking about, that really helped my fucking career a lot.
Getting past.
No, of having that guy for about 8 months talk to you on a Tuesday. And then when you got on stage, when you got off stage, he spoke to you some more. Not in a fucking, and not an egotistical way. He was like, Lee, I want you to turn on the energy, get rid of that fucking joke. Are you crazy? And he would talk to you like that.
And what was it like? Did you try the next week and did it like usually work, or like how would you progress throughout those 8 weeks?
I would see him like every other week,
Okay.
a lot of open micers. So, and then the more you show up, you move up. And I was moving up. And by that time, I don't know where he was. I think I wasn't allowed in this class anymore. We weren't enemies or anything. I moved on. Now I'm doing star spots,
Right. Is that what you were saying? There's a job you want, and that's like what you'd want to do.
Something like that. Tuesday nights at a nice club, talking to, but listen, 30 guys with long hair that are going to ask me about Joe Rogan, I'll stab you in the neck, what I think it is. And that's where the problem lies today, that nobody wants to go with the nuts and bolts.
Would it be something where you'd have people audition to get in?
Nah, I'll just watch you.
Okay.
On Tuesday night, see what's going on, close out the room, not say anything.
Very cool.
Not say anything.
That would be awesome.
You're not going to watch a comic once. As a fucking comic and as a fucking whatever, a consumer, you're not going to watch a comic once and have an accurate assessment.
How many times do you have to see them?
5, 6. And that's in a weekend. Listen, I remember when I was on the road heavy duty and I had people watching me. There was a handful of people who would be there the first night and a handful of people would be there the third night to see what I became by Saturday night.
Right.
Okay. Matt's job was to watch you weekly. So he wasn't going to say nothing to you for 5 weeks, 6 weeks. You'd be coming in, and I'm like talking to Peluso and Sam Tripoli, And one day you're going to come up to me and go, hi, my name is Lee. Have you watched my sets? And I go, yeah, you have a minute? And I'm going to sit you down and go, I saw you February 8th. I saw you March 9th. I saw you March 29th. I'm going to have 6 sets that I saw you. And I'm going to go, you know, what's wrong with this joke? You got to be more assertive here. Get rid of this. They already know by watching you that you're fat. Why are you going to remind them? That's a waste of a line. They see it. You know, all these things. And it'd be like, wow. Wow. Like, I thought he was like a fucking magician at the time.
Just because of the way he saw how your writing worked?
Yeah, he watched you for 6 weeks before he came up to you and busted your balls. I don't need you to fucking see me when you have 3 cocktails in me and come up to me and go, I just watched your set. I think, shut the fuck up. You're not going to judge me by 1 set. I'm not going to judge anybody by 1 set. I'm going to judge you by 6 or 7 sets. And if it's weekly and we see each other, I'm going to judge the type of, not judge. I'm going to see the type of comic you are if you're writing. Let's see who's real. Let's see who's real. Who's showing up here every Tuesday with 6 minutes?
Oh, 6 brand new minutes.
6 brand new minutes every week. Who's going to show up here on Tuesday with 6 minutes? You know, all those things were very interesting to me.
Yeah, that's why it's an interesting thing to think about. You wouldn't, because it seems like it'd be kind of cool to have someone like when you have those same people come back every week to like develop them. Would you want to develop people?
Well, whatever club I'm working with would have to pick their people. And yeah, I would love to talk to them, you know, even like go, Lee, give me that joke to perform tonight. Let me show you how to deliver that joke. Like he would do that.
He would do your joke for you?
For you and show you the delivery. Oh, fuck. You want, and he just, listen, man, he was a 25-year veteran. And I banged heads with him once in a while. And then I stopped. Because 8 out of 10 times he was right. Like I was a cash register then, right? Not a cash register, a fucking bird that would just constantly talk.
Oh, really?
And he would go, what are you doing? You're not giving them a chance to even breathe or think about what you're fucking saying to them.
Oh, you were just steamrolling your jokes, just bam, bam, bam.
He had the same writing as David Chase.
In what way?
Lee, you're just going to stand there and let that bird shit on your shoe?
No.
Right away, you're going to hit me with a reaction like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I'm high and he shit on my shoe. No. That he wants the audience to fucking really live. Lee, what the fuck? You got to let a bird shit on your shoe? He's not going to want you to say anything. He's going to want you to look out into the horizon like, he's got a point. That's a different sense of humor than causing an argument. Fuck you.
Right.
Came up, you know, it fell out of your garbage truck, you know, whatever. But after a minute, you're going to laugh at that joke because he got you.
Right. Okay.
You're just going to look up and go like, you know. So his style of writing, there you go, cocksucker. How many edibles, G? Look at you. Look at you. He's choking. Give him the Heimlich maneuver. Look at him. Give him the Heimlich.
I had one of the capsules you gave me.
You had what?
I had one of the ABXs.
I get what?
Oh. I laughed. I laughed when I was drinking. I had one of the ABXs.
You had one of those ABXs?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, while you fucking get back, let me go read a little ad for On It real quick, all right? I'll be back, people, with On It. Boom! We're back, bitches. Anyway.
Even though I know it's coming, it still scares me sometimes. I love it.
Sometimes. Anyway. A lot is going on. Fucking They blew up Iran's fucking president, the helicopter.
Did they blow him up? Did that?
I don't fucking know. I think they've
Probably.
now they're pointing fingers. Who the fuck knows? So hopefully you guys will be seeing this podcast tomorrow. If you wake up, there's little fucking stars outside your window. Put fucking alcohol in your ears or whatever tincture like the Russians.
Oh, thank God.
You got fucking poor Diddy is done. You know, the tape out of him fucking doing an MMA move on it that you cannot do. You know, pretty soon when they schedule a pay-per-view, the fucking things they're gonna put up. Are you into excitement? He comes running out with his towel like a fucking savage.
Could you? I'm just still shocked that like the video just came out. Like,
nah,
someone paid someone. Like, how did that? I don't even know how that stuff works.
Diddy paid to hide it, and the fucking dude resold it to the highest bidder now when things got worse. Diddy made that apology tape, and at the end he's like, "Man, I gave you $500,000. Look how you did it, brother, and shit. I thought that shit was burnt in your fireplace."
Never. That is crazy stuff. And like I can't imagine. Like I wonder if the hotel's gonna get in a lot of trouble.
Listen, man, you know, like I said, LA is what it is. LA is what it is. You know, tons of shit happened in those hotel rooms. And God knows what. Thank God we were never in one of those hotel rooms. Thank God. That's it.
I was never. It's amazing. Like, I know it exists, but I just was never around any of it. I don't think, at least.
Since I'm a kid, I don't like going anywhere really fucking weird or anything. Like, I've been to a couple Coke things that got weird. I just left. I stole the Coke and left. I took the Coke to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of those nights. But I don't like any of that shit. When you're doing, you're paranoid enough, the cops are going to come. I got 2 felonies. This guy wants to fucking pull a hair. I don't need this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't need this shit.
So you would just leave?
Leave or not get involved. Leave and just go fuck it. I got a gram of Coke in my pocket. Well, I need to go hang out with these fucking deadbeats. But you know what? I want to talk about something today with you.
Let's talk.
Some people, everybody has issues of some part. Like I know at times after the pandemic, I had some mental health issues. You feel them, you know, you don't have control. And we all have certain issues. One of the biggest issues I've ever had is there's times I think I'm fucking crazy.
Okay.
A situation happens. Something happens. Usually it's something emotional in my life. I react to it. And what I thought at the time was not the best way to react to it. But then I wait for the reaction and I react to that. But nothing ever happened. So I just didn't say nothing. But then I think about it and I double check. And I'm like, well, am I fucking crazy for doing that? And then something will happen that'll justify that I'm not fucking crazy.
Okay.
You know? We've been here 4 years. When we got here, you know, we got here in fucking August. And we were talking to different people and they said, put her in softball, girls softball. So we signed her up. The first year was okay. You know, we got involved. Hi, how are you? That type of shit. Then the second season, we got more involved and we had a good coach. Then the second season, it got a little weird. And we started playing travel or something. And there was this one coach that would always fucking show up when he wanted to. You know, and with his kid. Practice was always like, are they coming? Nah. And then games were always like 50-50, you know.
If they would even show up.
Yeah, if they'd even show up. And we had like a doubleheader one weekend, and on the way home, somebody goes, yeah, we would have won that game if that kid would have showed up. And she's a great player, the daughter. Real cute kid. So I think I asked my wife, I go, Where was she? And my wife's like, she just didn't show and don't call. So like 2 days, I just felt really bad, you know? And in my mind, I was going to pull you over, Lee, and go, can I talk to you for a minute? You know, I don't know what's going on, but these girls have a team.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the third game you missed that we could have won, you know? And that's all. I was going to keep it very civil.
Okay.
You know, man to man with Jersey guys. I see him after like a week. It's a nighttime practice. And I go up to him and I go, hey, man, can I talk to you for 5 minutes? And he looks at me and he goes, I'll check my schedule and get back to you.
Oh.
Now, at this time, he was a girls' coach and he had gotten beat up in Freehold at a little league. He got cute with one of the women coach and she went and got a husband and they had him in a headlock and shit and people felt bad for him.
Do you know this already? Or
I knew he got into a headlock.
Okay.
I tried to bust his balls and they go, what happened? You take karate as a kid, they get you in a fucking headlock. Like nothing happened to me. Those are just rumors. But the parents were like,
it definitely happened.
His hair was all fucked up. They hit him with his hat. So, so fucking this bum. We all get together and go to a Yankee game and take the girls, and we pay for tickets for them to go on the field. Well, he don't want for a ticket, right? He doesn't. He brings his daughter, pays for a ticket for her, but he also brings his son. And when we get to Yankee Stadium, it's time to go back there. And one of the coaches and his kid was running late. This motherfucker was like, nah, put my son in there. Fuck them. And I'm watching this going,
no, thank you.
No, I didn't say a word. I'm just looking at the type of guy this guy is. His own assistant, he's trying to dog him because he's not here. And finally, the dude showed up and he kept saying, I should have gotten the ticket. Well, like, shut the fuck up, bitch. And that is when I went off on him at the field.
You did?
Yeah, I went up to him and I go, do you think I could speak to you for a minute? He goes, I'll put it into my agenda. And right there, I saw why the chick beat him up. I saw everything. And I'm like, listen, you fucking scumbag. We're part of a fucking team here, cocksucker. When I called him cocksucker, he went pale in every direction. Do you understand me? Now, this is not a guy that goes, I'm sorry. Listen, can we talk about? He grabbed this kid and he ran off the field the other direction.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he does. Like we all park over here. He takes the long route. But he knew he was going to get lit up. And he's part of these other 2 or 3 coaches that, like my daughter played on the team. And the coach told me, if you don't like it, leave. Because he fucked up, you know. So it was like, it's perfect. I don't have to deal with these people ever again. They're a bunch of flat-footed motherfuckers anyway, right? And so this last weekend, I was at my daughter's game, and one of the moms was like, do you hear what happened with fucking Adam? She was telling another mom. And I'm sitting there going, I know that dude. And all of a sudden you're like, yeah, Coach Ed fucking went off on him. Coach Ed's this good fucking old Irish dude. He looks Irish, like one of those old pugs. But sweet. He's not pugs a dog, like Pug's like a boxer.
Oh, okay.
Got that real traditional sweetheart of a guy. Coached my daughter for a year. She still loves him. All the moms love him. He's got a daughter. But my man went off on him Saturday. Told me he was a horrible coach and blah, 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 blah. And fucking tremendous. I was so happy Saturday when I heard that because I realized I'm not fucking crazy. That's the moral of the fucking story.
How good did that feel to not be crazy?
Tremendous. Tremendous. When I'm eating 1,200 milligrams like today, and I'm like, I'm not crazy.
Do you ever check in with them? Like, how you doing?
With who?
With whatever coach you didn't like.
Why?
I don't know. Just to be like, I told you.
They're fucking lies. You know, they never even play wiffle ball. They're fucking lies. Why would I? There's no reason to even talk to those people. You move on. and you meet better people. How's
I'm
that,
glad.
sucker?
I heard Mercy hit a home run.
A tremendous home run.
That's crazy.
Listen,
That's
man,
really
she's
awesome.
like I said, I don't push her. I go out there and I watch her jump up and down with her girls, and they sing and dance. If you know anything where I came up from, it's a complete different world than I had, and I'm very fucking happy to see her in it. You know,
Yeah.
Friday night I had her. What happened? Something happened Friday night, and I had her for a little while. I was going to go see Kim Condom at the
Dojo.
and about 6:45, my wife's like, "Listen, do you mind?" I go, "It's too late now, you know." So we went somewhere. We went to Freehold to do something, and we went to Dick's, and then we went somewhere else, like the Smoothie King.
Oh,
She
nice.
liked the blend from Smoothie King, so we go over there. We sit. I told her, it's like Starbucks for smoothies. You know, that's all this is. Starbucks for smoothies. But nobody hangs out there. They got a great little hang there. Nobody comes in. Fucking Bova place and $1 a slice place. Ain't nobody going in there. Who drinks that Bova shit?
Oh, I hate it.
What is that shit?
It's tapioca pearls. I think. I'm almost positive. It's just
No,
like it's like little like jelly things.
but it's like tea, and they
Yeah.
put flavors. People come out of there, think, ding. I don't even think it's that. I think it's like different Asian stuff. I don't know who. Cambodia, somewhere.
But what do you like? Do you want to hang out with people at the shop? Like, why are you upset they don't have a place to hang out?
Where?
You just said like at the Smoothie King they don't have a place to hang out. Like, what do you want to hang out there for? Just go home.
No. Listen, don't look at the type of fucking mukiak that opens my computer and makes believe I'm Johnny Intellectual. Never. We used to fucking tear up Marie TC for breakfast, though.
That was fun. Yeah.
I used to go down there.
I missed that place.
Oh, like a motherfucker. I used to go sit in the corner, the closest one to the liquor store, and I'd smoke pot with all those fucking moms there, and they'd lose their mind. They'd be out there breastfeeding with those hippie titties and shit.
And when they ever, I didn't know you smoked weed there with them. That's so funny.
Listen, that was my home. So you don't shit where you sleep. I wouldn't smoke weed there, but if those moms were there twice a week and I got there like at 9:15, I would fucking torture them.
Oh my God.
Liquor store, buy a pack of cigarettes, make believe I'm smoking the last one.
Right by the end, yeah.
Right there. I think that's Colfax. No, Canyon.
Yeah.
Canyon?
I think it's Colfax and
yeah.
God damn it. Not Laurel Canyon, maybe Coldwater.
Yeah.
No, the other way.
That's
like in between. But it was great. They had great breakfast. That place was awesome.
Like fucking Jeopardy here. All I know is I used to sit in that table, it'd be like 10 o'clock, and they'd be back from yoga. They put the Mexican nannies in the other table in the back, like fucking black people on the bus, and they'd sit like in the third table. And I go, I don't like how they treat the Mexican nannies. And I would fucking start smoking. They'd be out there with ugly titties, fucking feeding those big-headed kids. Tremendous. And they'd be looking around who's smoking. I'd be sitting there smoking a cigarette. They'd go in and run and get the Arab owner. Remember, he was a great guy.
Oh, yeah.
The owner. It's crazy. It was a great place, but no employees ever lasted there.
Why was that an LA thing or that place?
Oh, thing? He was known for fucking just being like, I don't think the fucking Mexicans are there making breakfast no more.
Oh, no.
At this point, you know.
And that breakfast went dead. That was the breakfast you used to get mad at me for getting to go. That's how good it was. I would get it to go. I would call because I lived right down the street. The
potatoes with the 100-grain bread, the 9-grain bread. Oh my God, that shit was good with 2 eggs and bacon. The bacon was crispy. It was like a fucking. It was
best
like
bacon I've ever had, to be honest.
Like an Iranian sandal after the Jews dropped the bomb over there. Those sandals were crispy, Jack.
Extremely well done.
What's that? Extremely well done.
That was the best bacon that I've ever had, though.
Fucking crazy.
dude. I want to. I don't know. I know you're gonna think this is gross, but in Texas, you have to give your ID. So like, if you want to go like watch porn online, you have to like submit your actual ID to them. Would you ever do that?
First off, I wouldn't watch porn online. All right, I'm 61 years old. I'm going to go on memory. You submitting an ID or even thinking of that shit is disgustingly.
I didn't do it. I couldn't do it.
You'll end up like P. Diddy in a hotel, but whacking yourself off and then fucking hearing somebody walk creep by, you're going to go there and grab them and fucking, behave yourself, please. So did you give him the ID?
No, never. I would never do that.
Did you give him a fake ID?
No, I just didn't do it.
What kind of ID you got to give him? A state ID, like a driver?
Yeah, you gotta log in with everything, take a picture of it. I think you have to do like, and it's like I had that happen in Virginia too, but I was like, I can't imagine. They must be opening porn. I talked to people. There's like actually selling DVD porn now because you can't. No one's gonna do that. I wouldn't give my ID for porn.
So in certain states, you mean?
Yeah, there's like certain laws about and I think it's probably from a good place, like verifying age of something, but it's like you just can't watch porn because I'm not doing that.
I don't know, Lee. And
I don't want to link to my shit.
people felt like that. Remember when we were in Sacramento and we were with that comedian, the really crazy guy, and he was telling you about some hooker website.
Right, yeah.
When I go to my room, I'm dying to go on one of those things to see, just to see. But I know that's going to go into my computer fucking thing. And I'm going to start getting ads for fucking freaks. Like, there's no way. I'm at a point now of such peace that I don't want no drama at all. I don't want no drama with Google. I don't want no with fucking YouTube. I don't want no problems with nobody. I just want to wrap this up like a gentleman and move on to the next chapter of my life. So, I don't know. I told you, man, as disgusting as a human being as I am, there's a lot of things where the line draws. And that's porn. Like, I don't know. Since a kid, I wasn't. Listen, you want to show up in my house and whack yourself off with a Coke rock? I'm all in. But for me to sit there and computer and dangle my nutsack, or even like a TV screen, like when I was young to put porn on, I can't imagine me sitting there and banging it out and somebody walking through and you got a sticky hand and a fucking guilty face. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that shit.
And it's been that way your whole life?
Something really interesting happened a couple of weeks ago. One of my dear friends on Twitter, who I think fucking highly of, she's a doctor. I fucking love her. She's fucking beautiful. She's married. Her dad, like they came to my shows. I just love her. She came to the store. She's a fucking knockout, but she's always been a professional. I mean, she's a top-notch fucking, she's the real deal. And, but when she's off work, she gets down, she'll fly to Miami and fucking, smoke dope. She's just one of us, crazy. So I think she went to not South Beach, Key West with her husband.
Okay.
And after all these years that we've been friends, I got to be honest with you, she put a picture up. I was like, okay, look at her. I get it. Women want to show what they got, right? I'm like, I get it. And then like 2 days later, she posted a picture of her backside. She goes, this is what happens when you fall asleep on the beach. It took my breath away, Lee. I hit her up on Twitter and I'm like, hey man, here's the deal. You're the last hope I have. You can't put that ass up. At the end of the day, I talk a lot of shit, but I'm a Catholic fucking prude. And she hit me back giggling. She goes, I knew. And she took it down.
Hysterical.
Dog, if you want to lick my nuts, if you want me to come over and light your pussy on fire in the old days doing coke, and I love all that craziness, but I'm not going to fucking, and Lee, I tried it. I'm like, listen, when I was a kid, I would go to like a porn festival here in like some creepy part of Jersey. And you get there and there ain't no festival. It's just 8 guys with long jackets, fucking, every time you go to the bathroom, there's no, like I would go on Sunday nights with my 3 of my high school friends. I did it like maybe 3 times. And I'm like, are these guys retarded? One Sunday, we asked like these guys, what do you guys do on Sunday night? They were like juniors in high school and they're giggling like little.
And they would have porn conventions?
No, there was not porn convention. I'm sorry to say it that way.
So like a group viewing?
No, on Sunday night, there was a movie theater.
Okay.
Some crazy part of Jersey. Sunday is like 9 to 12, but they just showed porn.
Oh, shit.
And you went down there and the movie smelled weird. You had to walk upstairs. There was a guy playing the piano with an eye patch, the whole fucking thing. And you're like, oh boy. And then
were people jerking off there?
Well, I didn't know about this shit. And once you sit on the floor, you notice that your feet are sticky. You move your feet, it goes no matter what you got on. So you know that people have been whacking off in this theater since 1920. In fact, it was like anything else. Once the lights go off, you hear a little ghost. Ooh. The whole fucking thing, right?
And the piano.
So I thought it was like, these guys were like animals, these guys I grew up with. And like 3 of us would go and they would turn, like 5 of us. And like I realized, you go to the bathroom. Like I remember I got popcorn. And I had butter on it. And I went inside. I'm like, I don't know if I should be eating this butter. I threw that shit out and washed my hands.
What the?
I could see one of those guys putting a hole at the bottom of the popcorn and putting his dick in it. And then when you go to take a piece of popcorn, his little helmet's there and shit with some type of weird. At the time, it was 1982. It couldn't be AIDS juice. That wasn't around then. You know what I'm saying? Like, HIV butter. What?
If you shared popcorn with a man at a porn theater, that would be kind of like you would expect his dick to be in there, I think.
Dog, I don't remember, but I knew something was sticky, and I'm like, I'm not eating anything.
No.
Anything. But then I realized we went to the bathroom, like it was like it was like being in The Shining. Like you had to walk like 20 yards. And it wasn't like a regular theater where you're walking past. This is the only movie that was showing.
Right. I would hope so.
The woman's bathroom, like a theater 6, but it was a long walk. It's not like people hanging out in the hallway, right?
Yeah, it's not like Frozen's playing in 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, it's like it's not like people out in the hallways, right?
Right. I hope. Oh God.
You're walking. You're by yourself, and when you go in the bathroom, as soon as you walk in the bathroom and you look, it was like 2 shitters and like 4 urinals, and they're all empty. Listen, they could be empty, like how you look in the mirror and see how you look, and then you walk over. By the time you take your dick out over the urinal, 2 guys just mysteriously pop next to you.
Oh no!
And you're like, I didn't walk past you, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have walked past you. I would have walked together with you.
Holy shit!
Walking 2 feet behind me, timing wise. But my dick ain't even out of my hands, and all of a sudden 2 guys will pop here. Hi, excuse me. Do you come here on Sunday nights? No. I usually stay home and watch Lawrence Welk. What the fuck?
Holy shit. Would they try anything or no?
Nah, they would just go in there, see if they could look at your dick or see what type of young guy you were. If you were going to say, suck my dick, play like Donnie Wahlberg and Marky Wahlberg and Boogie Nights when he goes to the Valley and the guy gives him the small tent to give him a hand job and shit. And his dick won't get hard. You know how these people are. They're fucking.
Was it just a porn theater or was it? Because you said it was like one night a week.
During the week, they did something like old movies,
Oh,
the place was old.
Who would go there any other day besides the porn? Because they can't clean it. That That would be this. Can you imagine going to see a movie there on Wednesday?
Yeah, Mickey Mouse with your kids and little ghosts. Ooh.
Holy shit! I
Sperm
wouldn't want
ghosts.
to go there at all.
That's what you call them, sperm ghosts. They don't come to life. They're like a half fucking, they would kill them in Texas, in other words.
Yeah.
You just caught that one, Lee, didn't you?
I did. Oh, they don't let you. Oh my god. Speaking of, so you excited to go?
What?
Are you excited to go to Austin?
Like I told you for the last fucking year. I don't like leaving my girls. I don't like leaving my lifestyle. I'm very fucking qu'est-ce que c'est.
I've always thought that about you.
But I gotta be honest with you. I gotta go down there and do some comedy. I'm gonna see Theo. I'm gonna see Duncan. I'm gonna do Theo's podcast. I'm gonna eat some tacos, some barbecue.
Nice.
Light exercise. Gonna be heavy humidity. I'll go to the gym, ride the bike, lift some light weights, get some good sleep, and I'm back here for Labor Day.
Nice.
And I look at it as a comedy camp.
It was so cool.
Yeah, I got 14. I counted them. I got 14 ideas
for jokes.
Yeah,
and it's so cool. Like it's great that it's so convenient, and there's so many clubs. Like even I went to Red Band's club, and that was awesome. That was really cool.
The staff at Red Band's is phenomenal. It's a Sunset.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
it's the Sunset. I believe it's the Sunset Room.
Sunset Room. He's great. The staff, the manager, the female's great. The head of security's fucking great. They got tacos there for us. That's a great late night room on Thursday night, I think.
He has it on Thursday night, but he has shows there every night of the week.
There's burlesque there. They spin around the pole, and some guy plays the violin.
And they have video games. I know you'd love that.
What's that?
They have video games in the green room too.
All right. So, did you have a good time? Did you put a little hat with the umbrella in it and fucking zip around the room?
I wasn't there for long enough, but it was awesome.
Like I told you, Lee, I didn't give up on being I gave up on being like a touring comic. But I had to figure it out. It took me a while to figure out what I liked about it. And I'm doing everything I like about it now.
That's awesome.
The same process as before. Driving, smoking dope, The thing that's helping me now at this age is that I finally, Lee, after all the years after you know me, I'm writing shit down.
Well, what are you writing down that you weren't writing down before?
Everything.
I thought you were writing down everything before.
2,000 thoughts I would go through you in a day that we made nothing of those jokes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
A stenographer in the fucking room.
Oh, right.
Like a court guy just taping like everything, every little thing, and going, you said this today. This is what goes on your next fucking 30 minutes.
Right.
I gave all that shit away years ago. I was too high. Think about it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
How much material we came off the hip by doing the podcast. Like I said to you, once you're in a cycle of comedy writing, that's the best cycle to get into. It's just figuring out your limitations. Getting enough sets during the week to give you a reason. That's why I like that Tuesday set.
Right.
You've been sitting on your ass all day Sunday watching football. Maybe you were too tired to go out Sunday night. You were on the road. All day Sunday, you've been thinking about that retarded cousin that came over and kept fucking spilling the chips. And then, you're writing all these little, it doesn't mean for a guy like me, I'm going to lose. And this is great advice for young comedians because you have to figure out what works for you. If you're going to sit there with a pen, licking it, it's not going to work for you. I mean, I don't know if he's doing it anymore. Gary Goldman,
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he was doing the writing tips on Twitter during the pandemic?
I do remember that.
Wrote the special. He had some great stuff on there.
I'm gonna have to look for those.
Dog, I fucking, who am I? I would look at his stuff. And one thing I learned during the pandemic, I remember, well, during the pandemic, I was fucked up. But one thing I remember is I couldn't write for long periods of time.
What would happen?
My back hurts. I get bored. I start thinking of, you're smoking dope. So one minute you're thinking about fucking a joke. The next minute you're thinking about Jupiter. And, Venus and the tunnel of love. I don't fucking know. But this is better for me. I get it. Last night I was at a kid's birthday party. And I got there. And I saw a woman come in. Lee, there was 20 people in the room. She gave out 3 hugs and went right to the fucking table.
Okay.
And I mean, she was eating everything. There was 20 dishes on the table. This woman was fucking eating everything.
Nice.
She didn't stop for about 18 minutes from one end to the other one. I'm like looking at her, not judging her, but going, this woman, she's eating like she just left the Weight Watchers meeting. So I wrote that down.
That's funny.
Because after the weigh-in on a Sunday, you run out of there. Ooh. Me and Rick Raymond was to go right to In-N-Out.
For your cheat meal.
Yeah, for our cheat meal. But it was a cheat meal. It was a single. We'd split an order of fries and we'd drink a diet soda. I mean, we really stuck to it. But bought dog from Weight Watchers to In-N-Out, we would do it'd be like 3 minutes. I'd do like fucking 90 miles an hour.
Oh, of course.
I was cutting people off, jumping over cars, So it's funny, like she was running out of there, like she just left the Weight Watchers meeting. I mean, and every time I see her, she's a fucking savage. Like when desserts come, she'll eat everything on that one piece of everything. While she's eating one, she's eating the other one. It's fucking interesting to see. Now you know why I go to the gym. Because that's what will happen in Jersey, dog. You get big.
Oh, yeah. There's every time I come there, it's like you take me. Oh, I've been meaning to take you here for 3 years. And it's like the best place I've ever been. Like that hot dog place. I was thinking about those hot dogs today.
People are saying to me, you don't go up. A friend of mine keeps calling me, when are we going to go lunch? When are we going to go lunch? I go, meet me at Starbucks. I met him at Starbucks. We had a chat. As soon as I walked in, he goes, dog, you lost weight. I go, because I don't meet you for lunch anymore.
Right. Smart.
Every time I met this guy, it was bread and salads and cheese and fucking meat and a steak. And he's a big time jiu-jitsu guy and a lifter. It was, it's too much. I don't even want to sit down for lunch with anybody no more. I don't have that type of time.
And adds on.
I don't have that type of time. That's the first time I went to Carvel when you guys came 2 weeks ago. And I drive by there 3 times a week when I go to jiu-jitsu. That's my neighborhood up there, the 520.
Is that like a rule you set for yourself?
516.
Is that like a rule you set for yourself? Like you only go when like someone comes up?
I go to, listen, man, if I went to Carvel every time I wanted to,
right,
it wouldn't be good. And if I went and got a slice of pizza every time I wanted to, it wouldn't be good. And if I went to meet my brother. He goes to a bar for lunch that I fucking love. Yesterday's. I get the chicken rice soup with croutons. And today I got the fucking sausage, pepper, and potato sandwich. The lunch special for $8.99.
Nice.
Holy fuck, Lee. Holy fuck. I thought it was just going to be a piece of sausage on a piece of bun. Nah, they burnt the bun perfectly. And it was to have a lunch special, $8.99. Cheeseburger, turkey burger, hot dogs, grilled cheese, tuna wrap for you fucking people like your wraps. Shit like that. They try. It's a bar. You go in there, get a beer and a fucking tuna sandwich.
Yeah, no one has $8.99 specials anymore.
No. Yesterday's in fucking Hazlitt. The girl that I went to fucking high school with is a bartender.
Oh, shit, nice.
Beautiful. So that's why we go down there and we say hello. So I go down there with my brother. It's fucking great. But yeah,
That's
this is
fucking
what
awesome.
I knew there would be an aspect of comedy I would fall in love with. I know I can't write for people.
Right.
I can't punch up, even though I'd be one of the best punch up guys you ever had on your set. It's a waste of time why somebody never had me in punch up.
And
Because
what is that?
punch up is when you give me a script and I punch it up, like make it funnier. I'd rather do this. Put me on the set when you shoot. I'll punch that motherfucker up right there. When I get the full patois of
Right.
what's on, what shirt he's wearing, what hat he's wearing, that's when we get the full patois. On a script, I can't really see it, you know?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So,
But
so
my favorite aspect of comedy, listen, the beginning, it was going on the road.
it's
Yeah.
awesome.
And it was really great because I got to live my life for the first time in my life. I got to live my addiction out with nobody overlooking my shoulder but myself. I bumped into all that crazy sexual stuff I wanted to, like, you know, every once in a while in the town, something got ugly,
You bumped into it. Oh my goodness.
you know. And I lived like a nomad, and that's fun for a while. And then I thought I was going to do that forever. But I ended up in LA and Seattle. Things got serious, and here we are. But today, that's what I miss the most, Lee, is the writing and going up. The writing and going up. Tuesday, Thursday, I'm good. Now I got something to write for all weekend. And whatever I put up Tuesday that don't work, I try Thursday. And it gets refined again. And then you put it together the following week. Then you start all over again.
It's awesome that you're enjoying the process at least.
That I'm enjoying. So this is day camp for me. I'll go tomorrow, I'll do Brian Simpson's show. That's like stealing. That's a mental exercise. They give you a sheet of paper and you got to talk about the subject on the paper.
I think it's like bottom of the barrel or something.
Bottom of the barrel. And then right from there, you go to Joe's show at 7. Right from there, you do the 10 o'clock show. And if you want to jump on the little room, you jump in there. That's 4 sets. That's 3.
Yeah.
Wednesday,
Easy.
Wednesday, you do Joe's, you do fucking whatever, and then you do, I think it's Christina and Friends. And then Thursday, you do Joe's at 7, you do fucking Tony's, and I get on the plane, I come home.
And that like replaces what? How long would that take you to do that many sets?
Here, a week and a half, and 10,000 miles anyway.
Yeah.
So
might as well do it with the best comics.
And here's the beauty of it. It's tough to focus here.
Mm-hmm.
This lifestyle is different. It's not LA when I got the back room and I'm writing and life is going on over there. I'm part of this now. So it's very hard to, you know, but when I'm there, all I'm thinking about is stand up.
Right.
I can't wait to get to the club because I've been in the hotel room since 4:30, ready to stab a motherfucker.
That's awesome. Okay.
7 o'clock means I got to be there at 6:45. So it's fucking perfect. It's like a summer camp. But unfortunately, we'll check. Can you check Austin weather for the week? The next 3 days? Let me see what's going on there.
Let's find out. It was hot, and there was rain one day. Jacob missed the Thursday night shows. It says hot, but it just says cloudy to me.
It just says cloudy to me. What's the temperature, cocksucker, and the humidity? Come on.
Oh, it says excessive heat. Today is going to be 93. Wednesday's going to be 92. Thursday's going to be 91. Friday will be 96. Ooh, and next week it gets bad. Next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be like 97. Monday, it's going to rain and be 96. So you'll get out of there before that, though.
I'm going to bring a bunch of that stuff that you rub on you and you don't sweat.
Deodorant?
Yeah, the non-stick. I put it on today and went to the red light therapy. My stomach almost blew up. No beads would come out of my stomach. Lumen.
Okay, yeah.
Lumen that shit is fucking great, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, because you'll be sweating a lot.
I got a pair of sneakers that smell like 10 dead billy goats. I mean, every time, just when you put your feet in them, and I
Right?
would walk with socks in it, if you could feel the fungi juice and everything else in the bottom. And one day I was doing something and I came upstairs. I was about to take a shower and I took my fucking shoes off and I could smell it. And I was like, first off, these sneakers are going in the fucking garbage. That's number one.
Right.
New sneakers, I started putting aluminum then and aluminum on my feet now.
Nice.
My feet smell like a baby's fucking feet. They smell like Jesus's feet.
That's awesome.
If he didn't run from the Jews. Before the blisters, you know what I'm saying? All right, so where you at this week, beautiful?
This week on Thursday, the 16th, I'm at Pepe's in Worcester, and then the big one Friday, the 17th, I'm at the Crystal Ballroom in Somerville opening for Kim Congdon.
That's in May, right?
Yes.
Or June?
No, this is in May.
May
this
what?
Week. 17th.
May 17th.
Oh, 20. God damn it. I've got the wrong dates.
No shit, Sherlock. I thought you took me back to the future. May 17th.
24th. Sorry.
May 24th, which means this Saturday, correct, Mundo?
No.
When?
Friday.
Okay, beautiful. That's a good day to be out. Friday night, get it over with. Where's the gig at?
The Crystal Ballroom in Somerville.
Fucking tremendous. Don't forget to get your tickets online. Where do they get tickets at, Lee?
They can go to probably it's Ticketmaster, actually. The link is in my stories right now.
Okay, so Kim Condom is doing fucking great on the road. She's funny as fuck. And if you go watch them, you're going to have a good time with these two fucking knuckleheads. And she'll get you smoking. So that's good. She'll put you in. I'll make sure that as soon as you walk in, you eat a 200 milligram edible at attention. You understand me?
Perfect.
Bowing up a storm. I'll be in Austin at the club hanging out all week.
That's awesome.
Stop by Red Bands one night, 2 nights, and say hello. And that's it, motherfuckers. Here's for another fun-filled episode of the Check-In Bitches.